All right, y'all, I got a little late start here. I just got carried away. So this is my Dragy. I am changing the battery out of it. This is what just come out of it. You can see that it's swollen. It's got indentations where it's grown into here, and you can see that little mark right there in the middle. Not real sure what that is. This thing still worked fine. It just didn't have any battery life. So I got a new battery from Amazon. I'll see if we can get it up there so you can see it's a KBT 40250PL, 3.7 volt. Just a little tiny battery. And then that's what that used to look like. And now it's all swelled up. So I'll be cutting these ends off, poking it through those two little holes right there and soldering them. I gotta clean the holes out yet, but that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully this thing works when I get it back together. I will, from here on, I'm gonna video. So that was my fault, sorry. We got this thing kind of up close and personal here. Trying to video by myself, yet keep it to where you can see it. Got my little homemade deal going on here I used to use for my slot cars, and a Weller soldering iron. This is a pretty good one, high wattage. Let's see, I gotta clean these two holes out, and then we will be ready to hopefully put a new battery on this thing and get this thing hot again. Not really letting me get it out. I know we got a good soldering iron here. All right then. I'm just gonna get this thing prepped up and get ready to stick it in there and solder it. All right, so what we got here is some solder holding that down, some smaller solder to hopefully let me get this soldered in. See me shaking real bad? Some old age or something. And hopefully that's enough for that. And I videoed this before I took it apart to know which wire goes where. So, if all goes well, we'll get it back together and it will work. is if it all goes well. Don't seem to be heavy enough. Alright, we got the one wire in. This sucks. The pain in the butt. But I forgot to turn it back on. So here we go with this one. See if I can make it happen like I did the other one, I guess. Probably gonna burn the crap out of me. Oop, went right in. Well, that's cool. So we just shove her down through there like that. And then there we have it here. It's got that big long piece on it right there, and I'll just snip her off. And hopefully this all goes back together and it works just as it did. There we go. So here's all the pieces I took apart before I started videoing. You can see I'm trying to figure out how it goes. So that will go down in there like that. You gotta line that back up. It's got these two little tiny screws. Little tiny ones. You can see it there. I'm off to the side, aren't I? Just a really little guys. Huh? Got Jess over here shutting the garage door up because we're supposed to be going out to dinner. You can see how. Huh? I never turned it back on. I don't think. I don't think I did. I'm not real sure how that went in there. But this battery is supposed to stick to that. So battery will stick in there like that ish. Something like this anyway. Sorry, I'm hitting you all with the hat. There we go. That's stuck in there like that. And that will go together like that, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. There we go. And then these screws, I just popped through there. You can see, just stuck it in there and unscrewed it. All right. So I lost my other one, my other screwdriver. Don't know what I did with it, but grab this one and then I'll find it here in a minute. There's that. And there's that. And it should work now, hopefully. We're about to find out if it does. Dragy. battery change. And that's the one that come out. You can see how it's all swelled up and messed up. So. Alright, we got this badass converter back out. Draining a little. So I'm having issues with it, trying to lose the tire right off the hit. So we're gonna try a stator change. I'm gonna change the stator in it. It is, what, like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we're gonna try and make Katie tomorrow, get a couple test hits in, see if it changes its attitude, and then hopefully put it on the street and get back to trying to get ready for South Carolina and North Carolina. Get the bolts broke loose here. Now I went around and I marked just to make sure it goes back on the same spot. I got them marked in different ways, that way they'll have to line up there. Try to get this apart and see what we got in here. I'm just trying to snap it real quick there to get it to break free. Be getting about to the end, I think. Yep, there we go. There's that. Well, oh, yeah. Get them all spun free. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to put a line in it here too, and one there, just so we know all the bolts are loose. Let's see what we got in here, if I can get it apart. Actually seems to be coming apart pretty easy. Wiggle it in there, hopefully get it to slide up on the dowels. A bigger screwdriver. There we go. Here is the inside of our torque converter. Take all the bolts out, I guess. So I can actually flip this thing over. It's got a seal in there, O-ring. Sorry, I'm talking low. This is my first time having it apart, so it's new to me too. But we have a stator to put in it, and that is what we are going to do. Preferably without losing any bolts. There's that. That's what that looks like. There's the seal. Goes around that. Like so. And that just glides and floats in there. One thing I did learn a long time ago is cleanliness is next to godliness when it comes to a transmission, so preferably try and keep this thing clean. Here is the new stator. We can already see a pretty good difference in it. So this is what we're going in with. As soon as I figure out exactly what I am going to do, because this has got to come out and go back in somehow. It should go on there like that. I'm assuming. Yep. All right. That's going to come out. Let me grab a pick. Get a pick and get that other bearing out. Try to do this without tearing anything up, just because I don't know what I'm doing. Just set that over like that. And that is it on that. So, this will go like that. And then this will sit down like that. And there we go. I think. Yep. Oh, there's our stator change. Take this one and put in here. And I don't know what these are as far as number wise, so Just kind of going with it. Putting our faith in Bubba. I pretty much gave him no good data to go off of because I haven't made a clean pass from losing the tire, and we are shooting from the hip. Hopefully this works and we can start making good passes. Now this is going to go back on. Find the marks. I do believe, anyway. Put the bolts back in and tighten them down. From that, as long as everything works right and I did it right, is why a bolt together is so nice to have, because you can literally do this in the pits. It sucks, but you can do this in the pits and be right back out racing. Go on a test if you have to travel to test or anything, take a couple stator changes, and be able to actually make some changes and see what the differences are. Granted, it is a lot of work, but work is part of it. There we go. Alright, so I'm going around doing a final snug on it here. I do not know what torque specs are, so I'm just giving it a good snug. About like they was whenever I took them apart. Trying to go around it a couple times actually, just to make sure I got all the bolts. Better to take a couple extra minutes now, and rather than have one come out or it be loose and leak or something of that nature. So now I'm just going against the converter there to there we go. All right, we are ready to put it back in. It is that simple. I'll wipe it off a little bit because it does have some fluid on it. And it's probably going to, like I can't, I guess, help that. Right? Right. All right. Here we go back in with the converter. At least hopefully. See that number? There we go, back in. Back home. getting the lines hooked up. Trying to anyway. What little room I got to fucking work with. Freaking sorry. This one down. Really need to get some new fittings on this. This one sticks, so it makes it kind of hard sometimes to get started. There it goes. Oops. It's really good and snug. Got the dipstick in line. Transmission lines are on. We are ready to go up in. Alright, we are on the dials, getting the bolts started here. Get them in and tight, cross member in, torque converter tightened up, plug my plugs in, and the underneath should be good to go. Well, this is, everything's underneath I guess on this, so. Makes it a little better. Where two chassis cars come in handy. You can reach everything. Oh. Knocking stuff over. There we go. Look at that. Everything lines right up, goes right in. Just a little tight spot. That's it. We're ready to tighten stuff up. And bring it out in pieces. I got the chain around it, so it got in the way. So I can take it off now that I've got it bolted up, and then we'll be able to tighten everything up. Pressure on it there. getting too crazy with tightening it, but I'm getting it tight. We do not want the transmission to fall out. This time going in that we obviously didn't do last time. If you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm trying now. I just get to mumbling to myself whenever I'm thinking, if that makes any sense. That helps. Maybe. Duck. All right. At least now our bolt will go in. There we go. But I have to put the washer on the other side of this because it's too damn, the bolt's too long. Do the same thing on this side, just so everything's the same. There we go. Beautiful. That's that. At least for a minute. Another one there. Yeah. A washer on there too. There it is. Right there. Right there. Now, you can take this old girl off. Everything stays put. Whoa. All right, there's that. Now, we're going to get the cross member back up in here. Other side. Put it in. Got plugged in. Spaces in here. Pick the car up. Well, So it's gonna fight me, in case you hadn't noticed. But that ain't nothing uncommon. Typically, stuff does. Keep knocking stuff off. There's that. But now, I don't like it. So, all right, we are in, bolted up. And I gotta put the drive shaft in it and coil this up, which is my sensors that aren't hooked up. And then we're gonna put the dipstick in. There we go, dipstick's in. You can see it right there. Drive shaft, and we're good to go.